Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Cook with Sana Kuram. This is Sana. Today I'm going to share with you the complete demo of how to use an oven, toaster and griller, popularly abbreviated as OTG. For the demo, I have used my Prestige OTG model number POTG 19 PCR with 1380 watts power and with 19 liters capacity. In this video, I have explained in detail about the various features of the oven, the accessories that comes along with this, and how to use them and the usage of the timer, temperature and function knobs, etc. I have also shared the recipe of my tried and tested best eggless butter cookies which I had baked using my Prestige OTG. Friends, if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and enable the bell icon to get notifications of my new uploads. Now come, let's get started. Our Prestige OTG looks so sleek and glossy with powder coated body, and it comes with a stay cool door handle to conveniently open and close the door. Let's have a look at the accessories. This is the crumb tray. Slide in the crumb tray at the bottom before starting to cook. During baking and grilling, crumbs or oil or fat may fall off the food over the crumb tray, and since it is removable, it can be washed once the cooking gets over. This is the baking tray. Next comes the grill rack, and this is the rotisserie spit, and this is the rotisserie handle, and this is the handle for baking tray and grill rack. Now as you open the oven, you can see two lower heating elements, and these are two upper heating elements. There are 4 heating elements totally. These elements get heated up to red hot and will provide the necessary heat, to bake or toast or grill depending upon the functions we choose. And there are 3 heating positions, the lower, middle and top heating positions. Some recipes like grilling may require intense heat, so you may have to place the grill rack on the top position. And some recipes like roasting would require medium heat, so you may have to place the grill rack at the center. And recipes like stews and casseroles may require heat at the bottom, so the rack should be placed at the bottom. This is the baking tray, and they should be placed at the center while baking cakes, cookies or pizzas, etc. I've explained all these in detail in the forthcoming part of this video while explaining about the function modes and all that. This is the rotisserie spit. This is the square end of the rotisserie spit, and this is the pointed end. This is a fork with a thumb screw. Rotisserie comes with 2 forks. These forks must be used only while grilling full chicken because these forks could be pierced into the chicken on both sides, and the screws help to tighten the forks, and the whole chicken would stay intact in its place and as the rotisserie rotates. Till the entire grilling process gets over, the chicken doesn't fall off from the rotisserie, and it is very useful for grilling full chicken. Depending upon the size of the chicken, you can adjust the distance between the left and the right forks. And if you're using this rotisserie for grilling paneer or vegetables or small pieces of boneless meat, you need not attach these forks. You can just use the rod and you need not use the forks at all. Now how to place this in the oven? Towards the left side there is a spit support, and on the right side there is a drive socket. The rotisserie should be fixed in between these two. Now this is the pointed end, as I said, and this is the square end of the rotisserie. The pointed end should be first inserted into the drive socket located on the right side of the oven wall, and then the square end should rest on the spit support on the left side of the oven, and this is how the rotisserie should be placed. Once the cooking gets over, the rotisserie should be removed with the rotisserie handle like this. This is the way. This is the handle for baked tray, and it's very safe for your hands, and it is very easy to insert the trays and remove them this way. You have to slide in like this and remove it this way. Now let's have a look at the knobs and the features. As you switch on the oven, the power indicator light would be on. Now this is the temperature control knob, and the second one is the function knob, and the third one is the timer control knob. Now let's see the features of the temperature control knob. This OTG is equipped with temperature control function, the minimum temperature being 100 degrees centigrade and the maximum temperature you can choose is 250 degrees centigrade. Each dot here is plus or minus 10 degrees. It points 150 degrees now, the next dotted point is 160 and the next is 170 and so on. Now this is the function knob. You can see there is a horizontal line at the bottom within the square box. Don't look at the dot, the dots don't imply anything. When this option is chosen, the lower heating elements will get heated and it cooks the food. When the second option is chosen, both upper and lower heating elements get heated up. Now how to use these function knobs for various cooking options. If the first option is chosen, only the upper heating elements will be on. This is for toasting and grilling. You can grill vegetables, paneer or chicken, and also you can toast bread, etc. Now if you choose the second option, the lower heating elements alone will be on, and this is for cooking stews and casserole dishes like lasagna and au gratins, etc. And you can also use it for crisping ready-made pizza bases or pies or tarts. And third one, if you choose, both upper and lower heating elements will be on, and this is for baking and roasting. You can bake cakes, pizzas, and you can make roasted potatoes and chicken and mushrooms, etc. And you can even make sweets. The fourth one is rotisserie with upper heating elements on. This is for spit roasting vegetables, paneer and chicken. And here the heat flows from top and it reaches the food. And this is ideal for slow cooking, so barbecue chicken, etc. Fifth one is rotisserie with lower heating elements on. Here the heat flows from the bottom and it reaches the top of the food. And it's again ideal for making skewered food and all that, like barbecue chicken and all that. So if you want to make barbecue chicken breast and all, you can choose both. You can use 15 minutes upper heating elements and 15 minutes lower heating elements and you can cook. This is rotisserie with both upper and lower heating elements on. This is specially for grilling full chicken. So you can make full grilled chicken or full tandoori chicken with this, basically for faster roasting. Now let's have a look at the features of timer control knob. This OTG comes with a maximum timer of 60 minutes. Rotate the timer knob to the desired time required for cooking. After the cooking is over, you will hear a beep sound indicating the completion of cooking. A next important step before starting to grill or to bake is preheating the oven. So preheating is a must before starting to cook. And you may have to preheat for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now let's see how to make the delicious eggless butter cookies. Take a mixing bowl and add half a cup of unsalted butter, which is 100 grams. The butter should be soft but shouldn't be in melted consistency. When you press slightly with your finger, it should leave an impression like this. To this add powdered sugar 60 grams or half a cup. Beat at a slow speed, never overbeat the butter. Beat only for 1.5 to 2 minutes. The temperature of the butter shouldn't rise, so beat at a moderate speed till the sugar mixes well with the butter and turn pale. To this add half a teaspoon of vanilla essence and mix well. Take another mixing bowl and add 140 grams of Maida, which is 1¼ cups. Milk powder 12 grams, which is 1½ tablespoon. Baking powder 1.6 grams, which is ¼ teaspoon. A pinch of salt, because we are not adding salted butter, we are adding unsalted butter, so a pinch of salt will add taste. Mix well and add the dry ingredients to the beaten butter sugar mixture and mix well with a spatula. Add in batches and mix well. Mix till you get a dough-like consistency. The perfect cookie dough should be soft, but it should not be creamy. Hence, it is not recommended to use electric hand blender to mix the dough. It's always better to use your hand, to mix and make the dough. And the dough should not be dry or crumbly. The texture should be in such a way that you should be able to make smooth balls out of the dough without cracks. Now you can see I'm trying to press the dough and make a ball out of it, but the dough needs some more moisture. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon of room temperature milk and trying again. It's almost perfect now, but the dough leaves some cracks when I'm trying to make the shape, which it means, it needs 1 more teaspoon of milk, to acquire that perfect dough texture. So I have added 1 more teaspoon of milk and now I'm able to make the ball shape perfectly. And when I flatten the ball, it leaves no crack and the dough is not dry now. I'm using a measuring spoon to get the same size balls. This is 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. You can see that the dough is smooth without air cracks and I'm able to shape it well. Flatten like this and make designs of your choice with a knife or fork. This way. Place it on the baking tray lined with the parchment paper. Never grease the baking tray with oil or butter and place the parchment paper over it. Otherwise, the cookies will spread in the oven while baking. Before we shapen the rest of the dough, we can put the oven for preheating. Remove all the trays from the oven and set the temperature to 160 degrees centigrade with the baking function mode on and set the timer to 10 minutes. While the oven gets preheated, we can shapen the rest of the dough. With this quantity, I could make 15 cookies. In the first batch, we can arrange about 12 cookies on the tray, and in the second batch, we can bake the rest. Always leave enough space between each cookie because while baking, the cookies will expand and leaving space will avoid, overlapping of the cookies. Now these cute ones are ready to get into the oven. Slide in the crumb tray into this preheated oven and slide in the baking tray at the center shelf. Use the handle to slide in the tray. It's very safe for your hand. You don't have to use gloves. Bake the cookies at 160 degrees centigrade in bake function mode for 20 minutes. I had once tried to bake the cookies at 180 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes, but the cookies got burnt at the bottom and the top remained white. So I bake always cookies at 160 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Now the cookies have been baked perfectly. Remove them from the oven and cool them on a wire rack. You have to cool them in room temperature for at least 30 minutes before consuming them so that they turn crunchy and perfect textured delicious cookies that you have been longing for you will get. You can see the color, it looks amazing, perfectly brown, and really it was too delicious. And it was crunchy and not hard. Once cool, you can store them in an airtight container and consume within 10 days. Another important tip I just want to share with you. After 20 minutes of baking, if the top side of your cookies still remain white and the bottom has browned perfectly, you need not worry. You can remove the baking tray from the center shelf and place it on the top shelf and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes till you get that perfect brown color. Friends, hope this video was useful to you. If you like this video, please hit a like, share this recipe with your family and friends, and please subscribe to my channel. Meet you all in my next upload. Till then, this is Sana signing off with lots of love.